Trash Talk. This episode we're featuring TDK, the Dark Trash Bin. On the Skype with us right now, we have M4.
Hey guys.
And Hatemael.
What's going on? And I know I sound different because I'm in a car driving.
That's right. You left me in charge. You know what that means. Back the truck off. All right, so let's get into this trashy trash of a trash tune, Batman the Dark Knight. Obviously, because I'm making a lot of fun of him right now, I truly believe he's trash, and I'm not playing around this time. I think he's just terrible. He's just kind of like an extra character that I put on my team in hopes that it's not even that he dies, he just doesn't do anything. So maybe he's a little less than trash because he lives a little longer. I don't know. Hatemael, what do you think about the Dark Knight?
I'm mixed on him because, on one hand, 65% of the time, he's a really good character when he does what you want him to do, and he's very tanky. Like you can keep him alive better than most. But I had a match in Siege recently where I made the mistake of bringing him against Arcus in Power Girl, thinking, okay, there's lots of taunts flying around. TDK will take care of it. Because in Wraith, there's been a few matches where I took him against Arcus, and he was awesome. But he decided he wasn't going to use his stupid ability to stun and remove taunts on either Arcus or Power Girl, regardless of how many times they taunt. So my entire match went south, and I lost because he did nothing. Which I don't understand how. This is the part that frustrates me with WB's reworks. So this is his second rework. He went from a terrible character to, it was a significant improvement because he was so terrible. But now he could have been a good character. A character, granted, he would still be niche because you wouldn't want him to bring him unless you're bringing him against taunters. But because he doesn't do it reliably, you're going to bring Wonder Girl, you're going to bring someone else who does what he does but better. And he doesn't really do much else for the team. I mean, he's a meat shield, but if he's not bringing anything else to the team, and you can't rely on him to get the stuns and remove the taunters, because they removed his turn meter up whenever you would face a turn 0 taunter, by the time he takes his turn, your entire team is already gone anyway, so it's kind of pointless. You have a million other people that are going to remove a taunt. Some people, like Cersei, that can remove all taunts. So why not let him at least have 100%? 65% is just garbage.
I think I agree with everything you just said. M4, what do you think?
All right. So I came in here thinking I'm going to defend him. But after listening to Hatemael, I don't know what good things to say about him. So all I know is if the stars align and, he got good RNG, he would be the lifesaver against, the likes of Power Girl, Arcus even. But yeah, Hate's right. He's unreliable. So outside of Siege, I don't know if I would ever use him. There's some ways where you can make him do things without being a counter tune. So let's say you bring in a Riddler or Killer Croc to force a taunt at the enemy team. But then again, I don't know if that's a very good strategy because you can just make TDK work, but even so, it's just 65% and the payoff is a stun, right? There's not any damage there. You might just as well do something else.
Yeah, so I think you guys are really, you made a lot better of a case than I did. I just said he was garbage. But after hearing both of you talk, he really is garbage. You can't rely on him. You bring him, you hope he does one thing. He doesn't. He just doesn't really. He just stands there. I'll tell you the worst part about it is he actually is very tanky. However, they still need to attack him to take advantage of it, and they don't. They just avoid him. So it's not like he calls a taunt and then you're forced to attack him. He just stands there. He literally just does nothing. He's so slow. I'm very upset about it. Second rework, come on, they got to get their act together if they're doing it a second time. And they've done this crap before.
I do think he's not a bad character. I mean, I've had a few matches where he's the only person left standing and he can take two people at once. But he has so much potential to be a good character, like a high B, A character. And instead they just kind of, I don't know why they're so worried about giving a niche character, allowing them to excel at their niche. Where, I mean, they give certain characters, like let's take Azrael, who I know Judytron thinks he's brokenly OP. I think he's not that much, but the guy has like everything you could want in a character. Why not let TDK at least have a 100% chance to take care of a taunter? That part blows my mind. Where I think if you want to use him, you like the character, he's very good. Or not very good, but he can be good in the right teams. I like him with characters that you throw a taunt on him, and then he's very, very hard to take down. But there is very little reason to bring him over other characters. And that's the problem. When you have 120 characters in the game, you need a reason to bring a certain character. Otherwise, you're just going to default to the 12 characters that everybody seems to default to, and then occasionally throws in a character that they like.
Yeah, even my baby agrees with you.
I think the baby is, I think what I'm hearing from the baby is TDK sucks.
I'm looking at him and he seems to agree, yeah.
Even better would be if you were like doing like his business while we were talking about it, and that would just solidify it.
I hope not. I hope not.
So let's talk about.
I mean, we're probably getting a bit too harsh, but I don't know.
I want to talk about his legendary order because, in my opinion, I don't know if it even matters. I'm looking at it right now. I'll tell you that it's the contingency plan skill. That's where they ruined him. That 65% chance being, it doesn't even feel like 65%. I feel like there's other tunes that have like a 65 or even 60% gate, and we hit it a lot. And like it feels like it's working better than it is.
But the problem with 65% is the enemy doesn't taunt that often, right? And if they throw, let's say, Donatroid taunts every 2 turns, right? So if you miss the window, you'll never get a chance to proc that again, right? So that's why 65% seems low. What they could have done better is like maybe this is 100% chance and then make the stun 65% or something, right? At least he does something. So oftentimes, yeah, you're right. He just stands there being a tank, but no one wants to hit him.
Well, the other thing is that in Siege, the RNG is heavily weighted against you. So since we're using him in Siege, that's when you really feel it. When I was playing him in Wraith, he felt pretty good because it happened majority of the time. But then the other problem with it is that he purges, but his purge doesn't guarantee to get rid of the taunt. So if they have a stack of buffs, you're not always going to get rid of the taunt. You're just going to purge a bunch of buffs. And then you'll sometimes you'll stun, but they may still have the taunt. So it even further makes them not as useful as they used to be.
Oh, and the worst thing about Siege is Star Sapphire melts him, Larfleeze, and Firestorm. He can't tank against the special damage. He just melts.
All right, so do we want to go through his legendary order for kicks?
Sure.
His first, I'll tell you what his legendaries are, just to refresh your memory. The first one is he gains a 20% shield. The second one, stun target if they are taunting or enraged. The third one is gain 6 stamina up and crit immunity. That's when he does that powered armor skill. Fourth one is the 65% chance for the equalizer. And the fifth one is, if shielded, critical hit chance plus 20%. Well, I know which one matters to me. I would go 3 first. I would go 3 first. I don't know. After that, it almost doesn't even matter.
For me, it's either 2 or 4 because he needs that stun when they taunt and then also the chance to use it. I think without 2 and 4, he's not even worth using. So it's a toss-up between 2 and 4. And then I don't even know. Maybe 3. 3, 2, and 5. Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
All right, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I know he sucks. Yeah, baby.
All right. Hey, what do you think?
I think we lost hate.
It's possible. It is possible that we lost hate now. All right, so I'm thinking. See, you wanted 2, then 4.
It's a toss-up.
I would go 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. I like 3 the best because that's the one thing he is good at, is he's tanky. So let's make him more tanky.
But everyone's going to ignore him, though.
Yeah, but it's fun to watch him just tank up, isn't it?
I mean, he's going to be like a paperweight. He's not going to do anything, you know. He's
he doesn't
a tank.
do anything. That's why I don't think any of these legendaries even matter.
I think 4 should be first, so at least he stands there and has a 65% chance to do something. And then 2 for the stun, so in case he procs it, you get a chance to stun, right? And then 3, so he survives a bit more. And 1 to gain the shields, and then last is 5, so if he has a shield, he gets the 20% additional critical chance, which helps a bit because he's a tank with low crit percent.
All right, so then it's 4, 2, 3, 1, 5.
Yes, that's what I would go with.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from. I'll just go with what you say. You make more sense than I do. I just do it because I think it's hilarious to stack him with all those buffs.
I mean,
either way, I'm throwing him in the garbage bin.
I figured you would.
I'm never using him again after Siege is over. To me, he's just a waste.
I might throw him in a few fun comps, but other than that, no, I don't.
But how are they fun? He doesn't get rid of the taunters. He never procs.
I mean,
maybe in Wraith he does. And I'll be honest, I haven't used him in Wraith at all.
Oh, one person which makes perfect sense that he kind of counters is Superman, because Superman taunts all the time. So that means he's going to have a lot of chances to proc his passive. So use him against Superman. It kind of works.
Maybe I'll try that in Wraith. Give it a go. Cool.
Yeah, but
all right. I don't think there's much else to say about this Dark Knight of a Batman.
Yeah, I agree with you. He doesn't have a lot of synergies. He's a counter too.
You know how I feel about him. What would you rate him as for a preview for the tier listings?
Right now I'm looking at a C. It's not complete garbage, but I might change my mind at the end of the month.
I can't remember. Do we have a D? Or is it ABC trash?
That's it. SABC trash. We got rid of D.
Yep, I'm going right to trash. Bye. Bye, Batman. Go enjoy the landfill. Hope you smell like garbage.
You should recycle him. He's made of metal.
All right, we'll send him to the recycling center instead.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, with that, this is Trash Talk. M4, Loot, and Hatemael was here. So sad to see him have to drop off the call.
Hi, this is Kitty Little. Thank you for listening to this episode of WROL broadcast. If you liked the show, please check out patreon.com/WROL broadcast and find out how to get cool perks. You know, I sent Kage nudes. He thought I was cold and sent me a shirt. Thank you, Kage.